Hi everyone, it's Niamh here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be playing with some of the Megan Quinlan stencils. I will leave Megan's details in the description box below. Megan, as those of you who've probably followed my channel before know, I'm an avid supporter and great admirer of Megan's work. And she's just released a whole heap of stencils that she started to design herself, and I was very excited to get my hands on some finally. I've been putting it off, but because postage is a bit of a pill, but I sucked it up and got some, and I'm so glad I did because they're awesome. So I'm starting off in my craft journal. I've actually extended a page, so you can see I've got some washi tape and I've got a flip out page. That's because I've done another page on the other side. You can see it there, which is using Megan's stencils as well, except I did it upside down in my journal. So I tore it out of my journal and just used some washi tape to glue it in. So I've started off in the background. I've actually painted all of it, and I've just used some Dina Wakley paint. So I've got ocean, turquoise, lime, and fuchsia, which are colours I really like. And I've broken out my big Stabilo woody pencils, which are just like the Stabilo All pencil, except these are sort of the kid versions, they're nice and fat, and make great mark making in the background. So I've just done some really scratchy lines, some loopy bits, some circles to have in my background. Now the choice of these colours actually came from that little bit of washi down the middle of the page, which again is a Megan washi. She's also branched into washi tapes, so that accidentally fell in my kit as well. And so I used that as a bit of an inspiration for my colour palette that I was using on this page. I used my stencil by actually drawing through it and using it as a drawing stencil rather than one to stencil through with paint, which is a bit different for me because I'm really on a faces kick at the moment. So in this craft journal I've been doing lots of figures and faces. You can see that in the previous page as well, just so I can practice sort of my drawing, my shading, my all those bits and pieces. So that's what I've been really focusing on. So I'm going in and painting my doll, and I'm not worrying about the body because I knew I wanted to put some washi on her body to make the dress, as you can see here. So this is the Megan washi tape. It's got gorgeous colours in it, nice and dark and moody. It's got some faces in it as well. So I'm just putting them down, and then I'm going to trim it up with my knife to get that shape back again. So I started off with some apricot, I think, in the background to do the start of the skin colour. Now it's going to look completely alien-esque until you do your eyes. I tend to leave my eyes until last when I'm doing pictures because I'm a bit heavy-handed and I smudge things, so I like to leave that to the end. But you will find that eyes don't look correct until you actually sort of fill them in and do them, or the face doesn't look face-like until you start putting the eyes in, which you can sort of see works a bit better now. She's actually got eyes. So once I've done that, I'm now going to go in and do a little bit more of adding some details. So adding some lips, adding a little bit of a cheek, and I'm just using some Sedona paint for that, and I'm also using that for her hair as well. So Sedona is a sort of orangey red colour. It's not one that I use very often, but it's actually a really pretty colour, and it's slightly translucent, so I can still see the marks. I can still see some of those colours coming in from behind, which I really wanted. I'm also using my Stabilo All pencil here to draw in some extra lines, and I'm wetting it so I can get that shadow happening, and that's really important for pushing the figure out from the background. So I've got a really busy background. So by using the Stabilo All pencil in the shadow to push it out means it just gives it a little bit of a focus on the page. So as I was sitting there sort of thinking, I liked what I did, but it was a bit, I didn't know what to do on the other page. So taking inspiration from Megan, this is a layout she did a long time ago, where she put some quite thick black lines on a page to use them as her journaling, and I thought that'd be a really great way, one, to tie the pages together, two, to give me some space to journal, because those people who follow my channel know I do love putting text onto my pages. And to balance out also the brightness on the page. So the doll itself with the body has some darkness in it, so it's not actually black, it's sort of dark blues and greys and browns, but by having the black on the page, it sort of balances that up a little bit with the bright colours in the background. So with my lines, I'm going in and putting some scratchy white lines on. Again, just bring in that balance of black and white to the page, and just to outline it a bit too, and finish off the lines a little bit so they're not so dark on the page, I suppose. And this is something I do a lot with my pages is, you know, I might put some black on, but I might balance it up with white, or I might have some white dots in it, or if I've got lots of white in the page, I might balance it up with black. So they're very useful colours for coming in at the end just to finish off your pages. I'm also inspired by Megan going in and doing some of her loopy, rainbowy doodles that she likes to put on so many things. You can sort of see those in the background of her washi tape as well. And now I'm looking up a quote to put on my page. So I knew I had a fair amount of space to write in, and when I go looking for quotes, I often sort of put in keywords that sort of pop into my head when I'm thinking about the image. So for this one, and because this is sort of a faces, figures type journal that I'm working in, I wanted this quote to be sort of about strength, strong women, being strong, being fallible. So that's what this quote was all about. So I fall, I rise, I make mistakes, I learn, I get hurt, I bounce back, I'm not perfect, but I'm just enough. So sort of all summing up all the things that we are. And I thought it was a great way to sort of reflect not only the figure that I've drawn on this page, but also the figure on the other page as well. And with my writing, you can see it's fairly loose and not neat, I suppose is a great way to put it. Not neat. You can see the figure itself is really, really simple, and obviously I used one of Megan's stencils to do that, but you know, you could very easily draw your own figure on this page. So using inspiration from some of the things I used on the page, the washi tapes to get my colour palette, using the quotes, and using inspiration from someone else to pull this whole page together. So I hope you really enjoyed this. It was a really simple layout to put together. Check out Megan's links in the description box below, and I'll also leave a link to her Etsy page too. Thanks for watching. Till next time, bye for now.